Hello everyone, my name is Lucy. Welcome to my channel Simple Sunday Afternoons. In today's video, I'm going to be frying drumsticks. And as usual on Sunday afternoons, I'm going to be preparing a meal for 6 to 8 people. So I'm going to be preparing 16 chicken drumsticks. For this recipe, I pull out from my pantry most of my dry herbs and spices. And I'm going to be mixing in a small bowl about 2 tablespoons of dry minced onions, 1 tablespoon of dry oregano, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of fresh ground black pepper, 2 tablespoons of paprika, 1 tablespoon of dry garlic, and you can use fresh garlic if you prefer, 1 tablespoon of dry parsley, and 1 tablespoon of rosemary. I'm going to be adding about 2 tablespoons of adobo. And I cannot forget 1 tablespoon of coarse salt. And I'm preparing these steps the night before my meal. Now I'm going to rub my drumsticks with all of these herbs and spices, making sure all of them have some portion of the mixture. Now I'm going to be pouring about 4 cups of buttermilk over the drumsticks. I'm going to make sure all of the drumsticks are covered with the buttermilk. I'm going to cover the bowl and I'm going to let it marinate overnight in the fridge until tomorrow morning when it's time for me to fry them. If you are doing this process the same day you're cooking, then let it marinate for about 4 hours before you start frying. This is the next day, so I'm getting ready to prepare my meal. And I'm going to be using an additional tablespoon of dry garlic, 1 tablespoon of rosemary, 2 tablespoons of paprika, salt and pepper to my taste, and 1 tablespoon of dry minced onions, in addition to the chicken, which have been marinating overnight. To prepare the flour for dredging, I'm going to be using 2 cups of instant mashed potatoes and about 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Mix all of the dry ingredients with the flour, the mashed potatoes, the dry garlic, the paprika, the onions, the oregano, and about 1 tablespoon of salt and pepper. And I'm going to be dredging all of the drumsticks in the flour mixture. I make sure the drumsticks are covered with the flour completely. And I'm going to be placing the drumsticks forming just one layer in a cookie sheet. Now that the drumsticks are covered with the flour, I'm going to let them rest for about 20 minutes before I come back and dredge them again. The chicken needs to be room temperature before I place them to fry, and that is the purpose of letting them rest. So I refreshed the flour a little bit by placing new flour into the old mixture, and I'm going to dredge the chicken once again. Now the chicken is ready to be fried. In my biggest and heaviest frying pan, I heat up about 4 cups of peanut oil. Right now the oil is about 300 degrees, which for me is the perfect temperature to fry chicken. Professional chefs recommend the right temperature for frying chicken is 350 degrees Fahrenheit. For me, that's too hot. I feel more comfortable if the temperature is from 250 to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. That way I will know when I take the chicken out of the pan, it's completely cooked inside and it doesn't have a burnt crust. When the skin of the chicken starts becoming crispy and brown, I know the chicken is cooked inside and is getting ready to be taken out. Also, there should be no juices coming out of the chicken. I'm placing the fried chicken on a wire rack. My fried drumsticks are ready to be served. They're nicely crunched in the outside and juicy inside. So buen provecho. I hope you really like this recipe, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you soon.